Hello, GSA fans. I am Trainer Renate here with GlitchCat7,
Hi, everybody.
and we are starting our Versus Mode League for Super Mario Maker 2 this week with EvanBreaksGames versus Doomsday.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. We can check out the leaderboard here, see where everybody is. Evan doing pretty well in third place right now. That's pretty good. Where's Doomsday at? Hanging out
Doomsday
in
is
number
9.
9.
Yeah, so they're backwards, with Evan having 6 wins, 3 losses, and Doomsday having 3 wins and 6 losses. But of course, this will still be a very fun match. You can see their point total, 77 versus 61, isn't huge difference.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how these players seem pretty evenly matched. And just like usual, you know, some clutch moves and some blind reading on the level will maybe make or break, make the difference for one of these racers. So this is, let's go, a little quick recap here. This is versus mode, which means both of these racers will be playing at the same time, and they want to complete the level before the other player. But unlike racing separately, they can affect each other, and they can pick each other up, throw shells at each other, and so we might see a little bit of that as these racers kind of square off a little bit. But we're here starting the first match off. Doomsday on the right, Evan on the left.
Yeah, and I definitely love... Oh no! Evan taking a blind leap into space. I definitely love the different kinds of interactions that you can get in versus mode compared to, say, just our expert league.
Sure, yeah, it's in expert it's just you versus the level, and in versus mode you are kind of watching out for the other player. There's some really cool stuff about versus mode too, where levels with like a key or a clear condition, if one player has the clear condition or a key, the other player can just jump on their head and steal it from them. So stealing might be a thing. And you notice there, looks like Doomsday hitting that on-off switch, and that flips the blocks globally. So that looks like it killed Evan on the left there. And that is definitely something to watch out for in versus.
Yeah, and that's why, not always, but oftentimes when we see those on-off blocks in versus, it's kind of considered well, this level isn't playable, because you're going to end up with someone playing with those on-off blocks. Oh, but Doomsday makes it just ahead of Evan.
Getting it. Nice work. That was really anybody's race getting started. Those on-off blocks really made the difference. Good run. 1 up for Doomsday.
And just as a reminder for anyone just joining us, they are going to play 13 finished levels. Whoever gets 7 first will win the match. If we end up with any levels where they time out or they both give up, then it doesn't count towards our 13. And we can see Doomsday camera having a little bit of fun there. All right, reach the goal after defeating, I think it said all 51 bob-ombs.
So this is the level with a clear condition, and you're going to see when one of the players gets the clear condition, a little flag will pop up over their head. At that point, the other player can jump on their head and steal that. So you're sort of asking yourself now, as both these racers just run right into oblivion, is it safer to go and try to get the clear condition first and win, or maybe, as we've seen in versus, hang back a little bit, let the other player do all the work and then just take it? And you see Doomsday and Evan both getting to the goal, but they can't touch it yet because they haven't destroyed all those bombs. And now, ooh, man, ooh, the ground pound. So Doomsday ground pounding onto Evan's head, and that can shoot the other player off, and it's a little bit of an offensive move. And there it is, Evan getting the clear condition. Oh man, so now Doomsday is gonna try to block as Evan is gonna try to get past here. And this is a pretty tense moment because it's just player versus player right now. Yeah, Doomsday going to the right, and Evan looking for their moment, trying to get past. He does not want Doomsday to jump on his head.
Yeah, and of course you can see that we have here, you know, especially with those spin jumps on top of the piranha plants. Oh, there we go! Evan getting over Doomsday and getting the clear first.
Nice. That was clutch. That was a safe move to hang out there and just kind of defend that spot. But yeah, Evan making his way through. Nice job. 1-1.
Very nice. And that's what I was about to say when Evan went ahead and ran for it, about with those spin jumps, because they're moving up and down versus just standing in place, it actually can be more interesting because there's required movement that they can't stop.
Yeah, it's really interesting because you're fighting the other player and the level, and so there's all kinds of environmental hazards that can make or break a fight sometimes and tip the scales. Ooh, looks like a Link costume for this next level, and a fight to grab the power-up. Looks like Evan's got it as Mario on the left. It will respawn in Versus, but that gives him a little bit of a head start.
Fly, the level says. Oh, nice, and Evan managing to make it with a bunch of P-jumps, it looks like.
Yeah, dude, I love the P-jumps. They were, they used to be easy in Mario Maker 1, and then they made them hard with an update. Evan with the win. And they're a little bit easier in Mario Maker 2, but yeah, that trick is just involved with just pressing the jump right as you're contacting the P-switch, and there's a moment of time where you're considered to be standing on it, and you can get a jump. Fun fact, in Super Mario World proper, that's a one-frame trick.
Oh, wow. I'm so glad it's not a one-frame trick in Super Mario Maker 2. It is, however, still, you know, not just easy. So, which is, I want to remind everyone, all of these levels, as you can see briefly, are expert, and they're chosen by the engine. So no one has any say over these except for Nintendo deciding, this is an expert level, we're going to let you play it.
We must trust the algorithm. Looks like we got a Super Mario World level again, so that's going to give these racers, yeah, you see, picking each other up and throwing each other. You can do that in styles where you can grab the other player. Not in all styles, but this one, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and last week, there were, between commentators, we were talking a little bit about our favorite moves in Versus, and I was saying how picking up the other player and throwing them into a hazard like spikes is one of my favorite moves. Do you have a favorite Versus move?
Oh, I like throwing shells. I'm all about shells, shell jump, shell tech, and if you can hold a shell and just toss it at someone and get them with that, my favorite.
Oh,
Time out for this one, though. This is a speedrun level, and they are really going to have to go. Now, this doesn't count. They timed out, and they're going to be moving on. So this doesn't count for our 13. That's correct, right?
correct. So that one does not count towards our 13. We have the 3 that have been finished so far, so we still have 10 levels that will be finished. Someone will win, and that's what counts towards our 13. So Evan's still in the lead, 2-1. With, oh no, Koopa Troop Car Grand Prix.
Oh, no.
Everyone's favorite mechanic. We can see Doomsday with his controller there.
I made an underwater car level pretty early on in Mario World. I tend to like it. Oh, and there's, oh man, yeah, they're trying to get each other out of the car right now and just block the way, because if someone can really get out ahead right now, it's going to be trouble for the other player. And there's the move. There's the move. Looks like Doomsday died, and that gave Evan a shot. Bailing out of the car to keep going, and now they're just hoping that they don't actually need it.
Yeah. So far, Evan being lucky, it looks like, not needing the car just yet. Fingers. Oh, yeah, made it all the way.
Yeah, that's a tricky decision to make because the car can run over spikes, and so you're just kind of gambling on whether or not the level creator made a situation that you could only get through with the car, and in this case, they got lucky. Nice job.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I'm one of those ones who also likes car mechanics, but I am also a creator, so I know that a lot of players who, like, they do runs, this is what they do, don't like them. So I try to be nice.
You gotta make what's in your heart. This is art.
All right, let's see. Standard Japanese level. Fortunately, I can't translate that, but we will see.
Yeah, you notice these racers kind of trying to sort of bump each other for position. They start out in that little dotted yellow line area, and they can't move until the countdown happens, and it can be really helpful to be the first one out of the gate. Oh, no. Oh, man, they need to catch, yeah. Oh, Evan really needs to caught that snake block and tried to bop Doomsday off. Doomsday with the death, though, and that's going to give, I'm sorry, Evan with the death, and that's going to give Doomsday on the right the clear. Got it. Nice job.
Nice. Luckily, that was a very short level, so soon as Evan got that death there with Doom right behind, Doomsday was able to just clutch it out and get that win. So
Yeah.
3-2, Evan's still in the lead, but only by 1.
Yeah, that's the thing. You really, in some of those short levels, you want to get out of the gate fast. So those little battles to win right at the start can be really meaningful, especially for short levels like that. And another thing that I've seen racers doing that kind of is a break-in style is sometimes, what do you do? Do you run ahead or do you hang back and grab the power up? Because sometimes, even if you're behind, having an extra damage boost is going to save you and kill your opponent when they didn't have it. So this is Mario 1 style, and they can only jump on each other's heads here, so they've got to be really careful moving. Oh, man. Ooh, the save, though. Evan getting the save. Sorry, Doomsday. It's hard to tell. Doomsday on the right as Luigi getting the save there, and Evan's got to start over again.
Oh, no! And then Doomsday failing to jump. So they're both back at the start at approximately the same time, using those iframes. Ooh. Well, Doomsday tried to use his iframes, his invincibility frames, to get through there, but those timing on those fire bars just didn't work out.
Yeah, this doesn't look like a very complicated level. It actually looks like classic SMB1 with the fire bars and the castle theme. But this is going to be one where a little bit of caution, I think, will really help out. You see Evan on the left there in the lead, and that is obviously you want to go fast in the lead, but given the fact that you have to wait for some fireball cycles, or fire bar cycles rather, that if you're in the lead, you know that the player behind you is also going to have to wait for that a little bit. And so you can afford to be a little bit more careful. I'm really liking the design of this level. It looks like straight up like they were trying to make a classic SMB1 castle, but just a little bit harder. This is actually a really cool level.
Yeah, it really has that feel. Oh no! Oh, Doomsday made it to the checkpoint and just bonked on the wall and missed. Oh.
You can't be too careful. That's definitely giving Evan a chance on the left here. Not going for that power up. We'll see if that comes back to bite him. But making some really good progress right now and staying safe. This is not a level where you want to run out ahead, especially with all the cycles like we talked about. Oh man, he sees that fire, so Bowser is close, but oh gosh, couldn't pull it off. Still pretty big getting that checkpoint though. That's really going to help Evan out here. And now stopping for the power up, which is probably a good play.
Yeah, well, now that Evan can see that Doom is still behind the checkpoint, since he's off to the left still, he knows, okay, maybe I can take a little bit of extra time for that power up for the damage boost, or just the damage occurring, like there, where the Hammer Brother got him.
There it is, though. Doomsday getting tied back up. They're both on the checkpoint now. And using a couple of iframes. Now, Doomsday has a slightly smaller amount of knowledge, but they're pretty much even at this point. Something in blind Mario play that we always like to talk about is the knowledge. That even if you didn't beat a new section that you got to, if you got the knowledge of what's coming up, that can be really helpful down the line and can help you kind of pull off a comeback. So Evan making a break for it right now. Doomsday not too far behind, but Evan, it's on him to win it or lose it right now. Nice dodge on that hammer.
All right, back to the Bowser fire. Ooh, nice dodge there around the fire bars and the Bowser. All the hazards. Let's see. Oh no!
Oh no, look out. He's got it.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. There it is. Wow, I thought he was in trouble there when Bowser did that jump. Almost got him. Nice work. That was a super cool level, actually. I really like that. It exactly like a classic SMB1 castle, but just harder.
Yeah, that was definitely a really nice setup, and it worked really well for multiplayer versus as well, which is not always the case.
Yeah, right.
And by the way, I saw a question in chat. So we have our expert mode league where each player is playing individually on Thursdays and Fridays, generally like 5 to 11 p.m. Eastern time. On Saturdays is when we have our versus mode league, starting approximately 5 p.m. Eastern as well. All right. Looks like we have a fairly standard airship level, but it's a collect the coin.
Collect the coins, yeah. So this is going to be big, and this is the decision that these racers kind of want to make right now is, do you run ahead? Do you try to grab them? You know where the goal is. Would it be better to maybe just kind of hang out and wait? But it looks like both these racers are kind of trying to keep together. Yeah, there's Evan catching back up with Doomsday.
Yeah, well, and especially with multiplayer versus, one of the interesting things is you don't get to see, that counter remains a question mark until the clear condition is met. So unlike in single player or co-op even, you don't get to know like how many coins did we miss or anything like that.
Yeah, that can be really tricky. And it also might be a good strategy because the coin collection is cumulative. Like all the players have to cumulatively collect that many coins. So like you see Evan there grabbing that one lone coin. Maybe just kind of hang out and just leave that one coin on the screen, and then we'll see. You could be like some player goes out and grabs 70 of them, but you grab the last one, grab the clear condition, and you're out the door.
Yeah, I
A lot
had
of
thought.
strategy going on right here. A lot of meta in some of these levels.
Definitely. So both players searching for possibly the last coin. I thought that that one on the screen was going to be that last one, and it was not.
Yeah, this
So
could be a big break for either of these. Oh, and it looks like there it is. Doomsday finding where they were. Now he's got the clear condition, and if he can just get in that door, it looks like, yeah, Evan can't even catch him. Clever.
nice.
That was anybody's race to find those final ones. Nice job.
And it's up. Doomsday closing the gap again with 3 wins, bringing it up 4-3. All right.
Yeah, we were talking about how tightly matched these players were, and I definitely think we're seeing that in this race right now. They're always neck and neck. I really think that's very exciting.
Yeah, I love the neck and neck races, where we see them catching up with each other. Though, of course, someone coming in at the last, coming back at the last minute is also fun. All right, I think it said oh no. So it said an easy hard level, but it looks
What
like
does
it's
that
going to
mean?
be. But unfortunately, with that bob-omb jump there at the beginning, I don't think the way
Oh.
multiplayer versus works, I don't think
Oh
it's going to
yeah, this might
respawn
be. Oh
correctly.
man, and that's what we're talking about. Winning that fight to get out of the gate first can really be huge because you can use that one bomb that's there. And it looks like Evan is now just kind of stuck trying to use his iframes to get through that pit. But oh no, and there's
Oh!
Doomsday taking the death. So now what? Now they're
Well,
both going to get sent back. Now they might actually have to collectively choose to start the level over again because it looks like neither of them can get out of here now.
so this is interesting. So Doomsday, I believe, said let's start over. If Evan says let's start over as well, it's the whole thing is that, as we saw, they can only one person really can get through it. So it might end up being a mutual give up instead. And unfortunately, with these multiplayer versus levels, this is what happens: is they just break sometimes when it comes to spawning objects and enemies. And unfortunately, there is no way in the level creator to test for multiplayer versus unless you have someone that you can grab and say, "Hey, let's play this level that I've downloaded on my console."
Yeah, that can be unfortunate that you just use a critical piece of machinery. Also, versus levels where you go into a subscreen and then lava starts rising. If the lava rises over the pipe that you're supposed to be coming out of, you just can't go into that screen anymore. And the one player that did get in couldn't have a chance to win it.
Yeah, and it looks like another speed run, 30 seconds. If that timer is tight, which it looks like it is, we're probably going to see another timeout here. And then, of course,
That
oh,
toss, though, that toss from Evan right at the start. Oh my gosh, that was so well timed to get Doomsday out of his way and give himself a chance here. Oh my god. Savage. But
oh,
didn't pull it off. Doomsday
yeah.
looking for some cheese up top. And Evan trying for the run again. Now, granted that they need that cape, and it may have despawned or something, but Doomsday maybe thinking they could go back. Timing out, though.
All right, so moving on to yet another level as it happens. Um, Yeah, and some people commenting on levels being fun in single player but not multiplayer. Unfortunately, tags can be chosen by anyone, so there is no really quality control on the tags. And Blue Chocobo raiding Speedrun with a party of 79. Hello, Blue Chocobo and group.
What up, BC?
Welcome.
Oh gosh, yeah, getting out of the gate is going to be critical for this level too. Yeah, they want to get up there because those little tight areas are going to be tough for two people to move through. Doomsday getting it as Luigi on the right and making his way through that precision jumping. This is new Super Mario Brothers style, so we're going to see some air stalls and some double jumps and triple jumps.
Oh, that was a nice move there. Doomsday blocking it.
And then,
Oh,
the karma though, that seems pretty karmic to me. Ooh, nice jump from Evan, doing a wall jump over that whole line of Pobitos there.
ooh.
Clever.
And then getting hit by that spike hitbox, the notoriously bad spike hitbox.
Yeah, that thing is gigantic, man. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's Evan constantly dying. That last spike catching him. Let's see if Doomsday can make it. Nice. So Doomsday, there we go, getting the spin jump this time. Let's see, Evan catching up. So we have a close race here as we watch them get through this precision level, really.
Oh no, there it is. Oh my word, Evan with the really good timing. That was deadly. That was a deadly situation for all involved, and Evan coming out on top and getting the star.
That perfectly timed jump knocking Doomsday down into the void.
Oh, and he wins it for that. He wins for that. Oh my gosh. Well played. Well played, man.
So Evan at 5 wins to Doomsday's 3. We still have 5 more levels to complete though, so it's still Doomsday still could come back.
Man, that's what makes Versus so much more interesting though, is that, I mean, the biggest enemy is the other person in the room.
Yes. Sort of as you said earlier, it's not just the level that's the hazard, but it's the other players as well.
Oh no, this one's going to be rough because they need Yoshi, and Yoshi is so incredibly powerful in Versus. You can eat the other player and spit them out into oblivion, and they need Yoshi for a clear condition, so this might get really, really hairy.
Well, and depending, oh no, that I hope they don't need that vine since it's now going the wrong direction. But with I was gonna say, depending on how Yoshi spawns, they can also eat Yoshi eggs. So with the fact that Yoshi was required, if say Yoshi came out of a pipe instead of a block, they could use that to their advantage.
Yeah, always bring a spare. And there's
Oh!
Evan. Wow, he took the cloud. That really, really paid off. He saw that Lakitu, and he was able to navigate to kill the Lakitu and get in the cloud, and that gets him up. And that's something you really, really want. I've found as a general rule in Versus, get up. Because if you're above your opponent, you're in a position of power because you can hit them on the head or whatever. Up is the stronger position in Versus 9 times out of 10.
Yes, you do have to be careful though because the Lakitu cloud is slower.
True.
But it worked out for Evan. He got that extra height. Doomsday almost caught up and he bounced off of him and into the flag. So this could be match point if Evan wins another one. Yeah, so it's 13 levels total completed. Whoever reaches 7 first wins the match, but they will play all 13 levels. Oh no.
It's as I suspected. It's an avoid the mushrooms level. You can't be big if you get through. Yeah, you have to be small to get through that gap. So the whole way. Oh, but Doomsday maybe finding a shortcut. Nope. Yep, it's an avoid the mushrooms level, and this is going to be rough. You don't want to be big. I got suspicious when I noticed all the mushrooms that were hanging around. You know, why would they give you so many? This is why, because you can't be big to get through there. And it looks like Doomsday now is just giving up and blocking that space, creating what appears to be a stalemate at this point. But maybe Evan can do something about that. Yeah, they're kind of at a stalemate.
Yeah, at this point, that's an interesting choice. We see Doomsday sitting back. So probably a give up, since Doomsday is basically blocking the way, saying like, hey, you can't move on, and I'm not going back.
Yeah, it's kind of a chess game sort of thing that, like, sometimes the play forces stalemate. If I was in Doomsday's position, that might be what I would do too. It's not necessarily like trying to be a jerk, but it's just like, hey, like, I can't, not going to win this match, force a stalemate, try another level. That's not a bad strat.
Yeah, and especially since if Evan wins another one, he will win this match. It's actually really smart for Doom to do that. Just block and say, maybe this next level will be better for me.
Yeah, those avoid the mushrooms levels tend to get really rough. Something we mentioned too with the endless match and with the versus match, is that sometimes, like, you just have to think, like, is it really worth it? Are we really going to be able to get to the end of this? Is it just too much to ask right now?
Yeah. Oh, right, we got it. Oh, that shell almost hitting the other player.
That's my favorite. Oh, there's the throw, too. Nicely timed.
Nice.
Yeah, Doomsday chucking Evan over to the left, and that's going to mean that he'll get down through this section. But there's nothing down there.
Oh, no!
There's nothing down there at all. That's really funny, actually.
At least they both thought that there was something.
Finding the right pipe. Doomsday on the right, in there first. And now having to get rid of these Pobodos. Ooh, Evan playing risky right now, seeing that they need to get up there. Could Evan get in the pipe? What's it? Oh, it's bombs. They need to blow up the wall on the left. Evan holding that lit bomb. Yeah, that was dangerous. They need to keep those turn blocks rotating so that bombs will fall out of that pipe. Doomsday, yeah, trying to get rid of Evan. Doomsday in the position right now with one extra power-up. This is a dangerous spot for Evan to be in because, obviously, one-hit kill.
Oh, no. They got a bomb, and then it got hit out by those blocks. All right.
Was there a door down there? I didn't even notice it. Someone's saying there was a door. Looked like an empty void to me.
Oh, I didn't see the door either, but even if there was, it looks like both players missed it as well. Interesting choice. Oh, no.
Oh, gosh. Wow, I wonder if that was intentional on Evan's part. He straight up just kamikazed with that bomb, trying to maybe damage Doomsday. Not a bad play, but a little bit of a desperation move.
But of course, now he doesn't have to wait for that bomb, so he can just run through, getting a power-up. But Doom having that head start right now, and a shell. Ooh, looks like he's... Oh! Trying to catch...
Now the Goomba. The Goomba is key. And now they're all tied up, so that paid off for Evan, actually. That was kind of a risk to take that sort of kamikaze. But yeah, look at him getting in the gold pipe first. This could be it for Evan if he can just run.
Oh,
where are they going? They're going up.
Bonus room?
Maybe a vine. Doomsday trying to slide under there. No, just a mushroom.
Yeah.
Where are we going here? Evan with a chance to break away since that's not the right path.
Yeah, it looks like Evan realizing maybe this is just a bonus room, moving on, but this on-off escort section slowing them down.
Oh man, that gave him a chance to catch up too. Evan making progress. Oh man, this is so neck and neck. Doomsday first out of the pipe. They need a key here. Where is the key? They're going to try to hurt. Yeah, this is a fight right now. They've got bombs, which can be weapons. They're going to try to hurt each other. Looks like they want to get a key out of the note block in the left. Evan trying the door. That doesn't do anything.
All right, so I assume that escort earlier with the... Oh, no. I think Doomsday or Evan finding the way through, realizing that there were those blocks up there.
Yeah, Evan on the left as Luigi. Doomsday on the right as Mario. Going back into that area with a shell. I wonder what they're thinking. Oh, they want to... What are they thinking right now?
They were probably hoping to catch the The
Oh,
Goombud with the shell.
They want to bring the Goombrat. Evan is now bringing that Goombrat through. Doomsday looks like, yeah, the Goombrat is the key. Oh, gosh. Now Evan's got the key, and Doomsday is on the other side here. Evan coming through the pipe, and now Doomsday has one chance to stop Evan from getting in that door. Remember the high ground right now. This is going to be crucial. And they've got bombs to fight each other with. This is a cool fight right now. Evan is Luigi. Doomsday is Mario. And stolen the key. There it is. Now Evan's playing defense.
But of course, the way that this level is set up too, with that, oh nice, with that platform above, they can bounce up. Oh, both taking a death, but luckily checkpoint right there.
Yeah, that was, you never know what's on the other side. I mean, the end of the level could have been right on the other side of that door, so you really have to treat these key fights as kind of a life or death situation.
Oh.
Evan with the steal.
Oh, no.
Look out. Oh, no. Oh, it's a boss fight. Evan taking a death, and Doomsday with some iframes hanging on.
Oh.
Taking a death as well, though.
Yeah, it looks like maybe it's a weight room, because if you see on the left and right, those skewers slowly breaking the blocks.
Yeah, I bet you're right. Survival section. And Evan has a shot at the door, getting in there. Don't let that Goomba wake up. Oh, and killing that Goomba with the munchers. There's Evan for the win. Wow. Hard fought. What
wow.
That was a really great match. It was anybody's race, back and forth the whole time. Nice job, Evan.
Definitely.
And that's the match point, too. Gosh, he earned that one.
That was a really well fought level, especially for that match point. Of course, we are still going to play the final of the 13 levels completed, because the total points do matter in getting into the playoffs.
Ooh, playoffs. I like that.
Yeah, so the playoffs are the top 8 out of 12, I believe, go into the playoffs at the end of the season, which is coming up here in a couple weeks.
Yo, that'll be really exciting. I'll try to jump back on for some commentary for that. Oh, no. We got lava and... Oh, no. Oh, no. Now, they're not going to be able to restart. Yeah, because the lava has risen above the spawn point. And so now both of them are just stuck.
Yeah, so this is what you were talking about earlier with that rising lava or the acid or whatever. If it goes above that spawn point or a pipe, then they can't get into it anymore at that point. Both deciding to start over and try again.
Yeah, I think the presence of the clown balls right off the bat. I mean, they just need to get in there, grab a clown ball, and yep, there's the exchange right there. That's why these fights matter so much. Doomsday coming out ahead with that as Mario on the right by ground pounding Evan to into oblivion. And yeah, the couple matches can be made or broken in a second. And now Evan is basically locked and can't respawn at all. And that's giving Doomsday a huge advantage right now as they make their way into this upward swimming section. Evan is also going to be blocked off from entering this sub-screen because the lava will have risen above the door. So it is all Doomsday right now. If they want this point, Evan can do nothing about it.
Okay, the lava is lowering though on the screen to the left. So eventually Evan will get a chance to try if Doom hasn't beaten it yet. Okay, checkpoint though.
Yeah, though. Big amount of ground to clear here for Evan. Not impossible, but yeah, looks like Doomsday's really out in the lead right now. Plus, you got to figure Evan needs to one-shot most of this in order to even catch up. So we'll see what they can do. Oh, sorry. Commentators curse on that one. Ground pounding right into the lava. And Doomsday now getting into this Bowser fight, but this should be no trouble. He's got fire, red Yoshi. This should be no trouble. Obviously, Bowser has the key, and it looks like that might be the end. So Doomsday probably winning this one.
Yep, and Evan, unfortunately, with that failed jump, having to wait through the whole cycle again.
Yep.
There's the key. Doom waiting, probably not sure if Evan is perhaps following, and so wanting to make sure, just in case, that he has the lead.
The lava rose up, so he's got to wait to open the door. Yeah, so he's just sitting back. I think that might be why he was hesitating.
All right. Hopefully now he can get to the axe, and there it is. Doomsday with another point. Oof. And that's just one of those levels. And that's an interesting thing, too, that, Doomsday said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep running. Sometimes you will see players say, okay, let's give up. And the other player will be nice about it. In this case, Doomsday is like, nah, I'm getting the point.
You gotta throw down. You gotta play to win in versus.
Exactly. Brubra's airship. Oh no, it's labeled as puzzle solving. So there's a
Wow.
decent chance that it's a troll level of some kind.
Oh man, Evan ground pounding back down that vine, trying to kill Doomsday. That worked. That was pretty funny.
But Doomsday ending up making it out. Okay, so maybe not a troll level, but also I don't see how this is particularly. Ooh.
Yep, there's Evan just cheesing ahead with some wall jumps.
Nice.
Yeah, Evan making a break for it right now. Being cautious, though, because you never know what would come out of those pipes or anything like that. Oh, now here's him. Yeah, Evan, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to take the spring here. If they could bring the spring up there with them, that would mean that their opponent wouldn't have it and might not be able to get up at all. If you can take and remove a critical piece of machinery in the level, do it. Oh, now I was wondering.
Oh, no.
See, that might be a strategy move for Evan right now. You notice he activated one of the block snakes. Why not jump over and activate both of them so the other player can't jump? And there, Evan going back down, and now has pretty much just eliminated any chance for someone else to get up behind him.
Yeah, and Doomsday, unfortunately, taking that death means he has to basically restart. So Evan hitting that on and off block a bunch of times, just in case.
Yeah, they need the on-off block, too, to open the gate for themselves up above there. And Evan getting through that section, still climbing.
Doomsday going fast, trying to catch back up as much as possible.
Oh, now Evan's got to watch out because Doomsday has access to those on-off switches too, and could turn something on or off that Evan needs.
Oh no!
Now with no checkpoint, Evan coming into this big boom fight and taking the death. And that's the problem with the no checkpoint, is it means he's going all the way back, and all of a sudden, I'm sorry, Doomsday, Evan is on the left as Mario, who just died, and that gives Doomsday as Luigi on the right a chance to make a break for it.
Yeah, and I was about to say that at least this is one of the easier boom booms to fight, and then of course Evan taking that death. So, that has to hurt, as we see Doomsday kind of waiting out the skewer, making sure he can get around. But Doom doesn't know that that boss fight's coming up. Ooh, taking the springs.
It's pretty. That's pretty clever, honestly. Now it's costing him because he fell back down. But that's kind of clever because he is removing machinery that Evan might be using. Or skipping ahead just a little bit. That's pretty clever. Yeah, not bad. Taking those springs.
Yeah.
I still think Evan might be able to get up, but it's a clever move.
Yeah, I always like to call them safety springs or shells or P-switches.
Sure. Yeah, always bring a weapon. Bring if you can carry something, a shell, a spring, P-switch, anything. Carry it. You never know. You never know when it'll help you out. So here's Doomsday on the right with this blind boom boom fight. Oh my gosh, the clutch though.
Wow.
Look out, Doomsday. Look out, buddy. Got the key. Now let's do it. They got to get up to that key door up there. Dude, Doomsday.
Right.
In there.
Making this look easy. And
Wow.
the flag. Wow.
Not bad. So Doomsday picking up where Evan died and one-shotting that boom boom as small Luigi. Nice work. Really clutch move when that boom boom hit the spring and Doomsday managed to dodge it. That was really good.
Yeah, I was sure Doomsday was going to get hit by that boom boom at that point because of course it becomes a lot harder to judge where is the boom boom going to fall.
Yeah. Yeah, they really seem to have a mind of their own.
Yes. All right. So this could be our last level for this match, as long as someone finishes it. So even though Evan did win the match, of course, these points still matter. So Doomsday, trying to get one more win here. Oh!
When you play with fire, we all lose. Oh no, here's Evan with the shot at it. This is one of these spin to win, looks like. Being careful. Notice Evan is not just like holding forward. They're being really careful because as those piranha plants are jumping up, they might just push themselves into one on the right. And that carefulness paid off. GG, Evan.
Very nice. So Evan takes this whole match, 8 wins to 5. And let's see, we might be able to have an interview here with one or both of them.
Yeah, great job. That was really evenly matched the whole way through, and I really liked some of the fights that they got into a little bit. Some of in that level with the bombs and the puzzles, how it really comes down to just one person has the key, there's the door, got to fight it out. I always like when Versus can do that. It's something special about Versus specifically.
And hello, Doomsday, the accidental continued match.
I want out. Let me out of here. I'm done. Give me out.
Hello.
Hello.
Totally intentional.
I'm leaving the room. He can't do this to me again.
All right. Hello, both of you guys. That was a match. Wow. Pretty
That was
close
actually really
throughout
fun.
it all.
Yeah.
I died to the mad lad.
You died. I was wondering what happened. I almost did. He was on a spring. It was terrifying.
Oh, I just died because I didn't jump on him.
Yeah, that was really the deciding factor in that level was that boom boom fight. That one of you got in and beat it, one of you got in and died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Doomsday, when that boom boom hit the spring, I was sure you were going to die to the boom boom, and then you just managed to miss him and kill him. It was really an amazing move. Was it on purpose, or was it, do you think, a bit of luck?
So, to illustrate the picture for Evan and anyone who didn't see it,
I did not.
there was that room. There were springs everywhere, and there was a spring where the Boom Boom was standing. I didn't see it at first, so I hit Boom Boom the first time, and then he does his little hop up, and all of a sudden he was bouncing on a spring and just like going up and down. And I was like, okay, he's gonna move to the right, and then I'm gonna run under him. So that part was intentional.
When a mad lad gets on a spring, he becomes a madder lad.
Yes.
Yeah, he becomes a murdering lad. Very scary.
The desert level with the 8 boss fights was pretty fun. So many boss fights.
Yes.
Yeah, of course you were the one that got through the final door, which was the only one that mattered. Definitely not salty about that at all.
Well,
course
I mean, there was also the bomb level, which I'm so glad that you died on, because I was going to be so mad that I barely missed spin jumping on the bomb at the beginning.
The 51 bombs?
The
No, not the clear condition one. The SMW one where you died and we had to just give up.
Oh, yeah, that.
What did you die on?
So I had to go through a door, and of course there were no checkpoints, because why would you have checkpoints in a level? And it dropped me onto a blue platform, and I panicked, so I jumped, and then obviously I wasn't on the blue platform anymore. My invincibility frames ran out, and I died.
I was trying to jump off the muncher.
I saw that. I was laughing. I was like, he's not going to make that. And even if you did, there was a wall of on-off blocks in the way.
The worst feeling is trying to spin jump on a bomb and then hitting the side of it.
Yeah. I don't know. That last level with the piranhas, I did everything I was supposed to do.
Yeah, deserved win.
I ran into you, and I did the spin. I grabbed you. I died first. And then it didn't matter because you grabbed me instantly out of the get up.
I was spamming so hard. I don't
Well
know how
done,
that's
both of
expert,
you.
but yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either. Glitchcat, do you have any questions for our runners?
What I was kind of curious about is what is both of your, how much versus have you played? Because I noticed a lot of you, using some pretty clever moves, ground pounding on each other, throwing each other at the right time. Is that something that you were considering going into this as like a specific versus specialized set of skills, or what's your versus experience like?
We both
I've played a
played
lot of verses.
a
I think we
hundred.
both have played a lot of verses.
Yeah, we've both played hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of verses. So we're well versed in combat.
Solid.
We-
Yeah, I noticed that. Especially, you were both like making a lot of plays that like I can see like experienced versus players would kind of think that way. I was curious. You definitely seem like you have some experience, and that S plus too. I mean, hot.
We're not Pink S Plus for nothing.
Hey, I dig it, man. I only got to S and gave up. Like, I'm done. I stopped playing. I'm not losing any more points. That's it. I
I
retired.
think you made the right decision. The levels are really bad.
Yeah. And even when the levels aren't, the mode's really laggy. So it comes down to, well, I hope I don't lose my jump. Bowser's
Yep.
Castle.
Hey, at least you can line up
Oh,
those
that
one
lava
frame
level.
tricks.
What one frame tricks?
Those ones that help.
I don't remember getting any of those in a versus match ever.
Well, just keep looking there.
I mean, I've done a few. There are like reaction time versus levels, which are really cool.
And those are typically very broken in versus.
Yeah, oftentimes.
That's true. Well, the ones that are just a simple POW, and then you're able to go.
Mhm.
All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and wrap up here, go into intermission so we can get ready for our next run. Thank you so much for joining us.
Mhm.
GG's.
Yeah, GG's to both of our runners. And everyone else, please stick around. A next match coming up is Enviosity Blue Chocobo. So we're going to have another good match. Thank you, Glitchcat, for joining me.
Awesome. Thank
See
you
you
for
next
having me. It
time.
was super fun. I hope to come back again sometime soon.